you are, do not move. Show me your hands now. Hands now!
On the 2nd of April last year, Callum Parslow left his flat and travelled by taxi and canal footpath to the Pear Tree Inn. At the time of Parslow's attack, the hotel was not actually in operation. It was closed for renovations and had not housed asylum seekers for some time. He pulled out a knife and immediately began to stab our victim, causing wounds to his chest and his hand. Although incredibly distressing for our victim, he did fight back and managed to escape Parslow and was helped by a nearby worker who helped take him to hospital. Information received by the public allowed us to pinpoint a location that was likely for us to find Parslow in the nearby area. Officers responded within minutes, and minutes after that located Parslow on the canal towpath. The officers very quickly identified Parslow, and their swift actions detained him and stopped him causing any further harm to anyone else that day.
Hands out! Hands out!
Right, get on the floor now, mate. Get on the floor!
Get on the floor! Give me your hands! Give me your...
Got a knife secured as well.
I'll put it on the floor for you. I'm not going to you.
Got blood all over his hands. Got suspect. What's your name, mate?
Callum Parslow.
Detectives quickly identified his address, searched and found several weapons, including an axe, a baseball bat, a knife, and a significant amount of material of a right-wing nature. Recognising the seriousness and the hallmarks of this attack, we immediately contacted colleagues in the West Midlands Counter-Terrorism Unit who very quickly came in to support this investigation. Parslow was non-cooperative in his interview, retaining a no-comment position. However, an examination of his devices showed a significant amount of detail and evidence relating to the attack.
It was declared as a terrorism incident. Now, West Midlands Counter-Terrorism Unit are the specialists in terms of dealing with terrorist type offences, but we worked in very close collaboration with West Mercia Police. This individual was obviously really dangerous. He'd carefully planned this nasty attack. Obviously, he had an extreme right-wing mindset, and we can see that from the lengthy manifesto that he was intent on sharing. He'd obviously spent some time researching asylum seeker hotels to find obviously this location in the first place. He'd carefully planned his route to get to that location in order to obviously cause the attack. He'd already purchased an expensive knife, a weapon that was used from the US. And also, he spent some time preparing a really lengthy manifesto, which really clearly articulated his extreme right-wing mindset as well. Clearly went to that location brandishing the knife with the intent to cause those injuries, if not worse.
Thankfully, incidents of this nature are rare and do not occur often in our communities. But when they do, we are ready to respond as we did on this day, swiftly, and to take action to prevent further harm to other people. I'm very grateful to those in the local area and the wider community for their tolerance and patience as we conducted a thorough and as quick as possible investigation into this matter. There was a lot of misinformation at the time, but we're very grateful for the patience shown to wait for the official outcome of our investigation. Whilst we don't know the intention of Callum Parslow when he left the site at the Pear Tree, what we do know is that our swift intervention stopped any further harm to anyone else that day. And I'm incredibly grateful not only to the officers' swift actions, but also for the members of the public who helped us in locating him so quickly. Whilst there was no intelligence or specific information in relation to Parslow carrying out this attack, we do regularly plan and test for exactly this kind of eventuality. On that day in April, our plans were very much tested and we were able to respond quickly and secure an offender very quickly within 20 minutes and prevent further harm to the community.
So my team and I were heading out to an arrest attempt on a different individual, and whilst walking down the stairs, my sergeant Blackshaw has stated a knife job has just come in. A male has potentially been stabbed or slashed with a knife, and the offenders are run away from the scene. Whilst heading towards the location, I believe Sergeant Blackshaw has stated over the air that he wants units plopped up in different areas so that we can intercept him a bit easier. That's when he's asked us to go towards the furthest end of the canal path, which is where the suspect was believed to be on. So Will Neal and I got onto the towpath on Blackpole and started running up towards where we believed the offender was. We then found a suspect where in the distance, I could see he had blood on his hands.
Do you have bloody hands?
November Juliet 05, stand.
And he was trying to text or do something on his phone, which then turned out to be him trying to send out a mass message of his manifesto. We then used TACCOMs to try and engage with him. He's then immediately pulled a knife out from his jacket pocket and thrown it onto the floor. We've then gone in and arrested him. Luckily he didn't cause harm to anyone else.
We certainly didn't realise the true gravity of the situation in terms of the suspect and what his beliefs were and what he was actually involved in. It was only within the next 24 hours or so that we became aware of the true gravity of the situation. It's really positive that this male was located so quickly and arrested so quickly after the offence. He was clearly prepared to use extreme levels of violence. If he hadn't have been caught so quickly that day, who knows what he would have done later that day or on another day. So really good that he was arrested so quickly and without incident as well.
Everybody remains vigilant really at all times, and that's noticing any changes in relation to friends and family, any acquaintances, and that might be changes, really minor changes in terms of their mindset, changes of pattern of behaviour, changes in their appearance, anything really that causes an element of concern. Because the earlier that we can spot this, the earlier it can be reported, obviously we can intervene and stop anything more serious occurring.